Group tutoring can potentially 10x your income without doubling the number of hours that you work. And in this video, I'm gonna show you why that is, like how that works, how I personally learned it. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Polo, and when I was 18, I started my own tutoring business, which generated over 100K. On this channel, I'm sharing all of the lessons that I've learned, and in this particular video, I'm gonna talk about the difference of one-on-one tutoring versus group tutoring when it comes to your time, income, and all that stuff. So let's get into the video. To show you the difference between one-on-one tutoring and group tutoring, let me share a quick story with you. I got into tutoring when I was 18, fresh out of high school, and I was taking a gap year. I had a lot of free time in my hands and not much to do with it, and that's how I ended up in tutoring. I met this person who became somewhat of a mentor for me, and he encouraged me to start my journey by posting a lot of free content online. You know, just to get myself out there and to show people that I know what I'm talking about. So I followed that advice and I kept posting for weeks, for a month and a half. And you know, me being 18 and a little bit impatient, I kept bugging my mentor, asking him,
when can I start posting stuff about my first paid course? When can I start promoting it?
And my mentor would respond every time with the same thing.
You are not ready yet. Just be patient. Keep doing what you do.
I didn't particularly like that answer, but you know, he knew what he was talking about, so I just followed his advice. And around that time, I had a student reach out to me in direct messages on social media, asking me if I was accepting one-on-one students. You see where I'm going with this? And I obviously said yes, and I decided to sign that student up for $5 per session. Then another student reached out to me with the same request, and again, I decided to sign them up for $5 per session. So I ended up with 2 students, in total like about 4 sessions a week, so 2 per each of them. $5 a session, so I was generating about $20 a week from my one-on-one sessions. And around that time, my mentor finally told me that I was ready to launch my first group paid course. So I was very excited. The idea behind the paid course was quite simple. I would just host 3 classes, check some homework, and it would last throughout the week. That's about it. For that course, I managed to sign up 17 people, and so the course cost $5. I ended up making $85 that week, and that was quite big difference compared to the $20 that one-on-one tutoring was bringing. Given this information, I decided to focus on 2 hypothetical scenarios. In the first one, I would go all in on one-on-one tutoring, and in the second one, I would go all in on my group tutoring. So, in one-on-one tutoring, the maximum number of hours I can work would be 40. So I would have 40 sessions, $5 each, so I would max out at about $200 per week. Obviously, if I were to raise prices, this number would go up, but let's just stay with this particular number for simplicity purposes. If I go all in on my group tutoring though, meaning that I would 10x the number of students that I have for my group tutoring, just like I did for the one-on-one scenario there. Because basically at the time I had 4 sessions and I would end up with 40, meaning that I would have to 10x. So in this scenario, we're also gonna 10x just the number of students. It would go from 17 to 170. So if I were to sign up 170 students for $5 each, I would end up generating $850 as opposed to $200 in the first scenario. Meaning that for spending less time, because again, all I had to do was simply sign up more people. I didn't have to host more lessons. So I would stop exchanging my time for money and I would just focus on promotional efforts. So I could potentially generate way more money for way less of my time. And so that's when I realized that focusing on the group courses was the best thing that I could do. And that's what I did. And I went from 17 students to 20, 30, 90. And for one of my courses, I managed to sign up over 200 students. And I've seen people sign up, thousands of people. So all of this is possible. It just depends on how good your promotional efforts are. And this was mind-blowing for me. And that was honestly like the game changer. If I were to give you one piece of advice, it would be switching from one-on-one tutoring on some form of group tutoring. So anyways, I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know if it was by leaving a comment below and leaving a thumbs up if you liked it. So yeah, thank you so much.